Hello, welcome back to another Medieval Engineers video. Today we're going to look at a few different builds that people have made, typically just for survival. Later on we will be taking a look at a couple of mods, not right now though. So let's get into it. So the first one is right here. This one is Watcher's Outpost for Survival by Dan2D3D. And when I first put it in through the blueprint, I didn't realize how it was meant to be with the ground. As you can see, there is a few blocks down below. I don't know if he did that for like foundational purposes or if you're supposed to use it like try to even the ground out a little bit with the voxels, voxel hands. So we'll just close that up so you get a nice even thing there. You've got two doors, and yeah, here's what I was talking about. Yeah, so I might have placed it wrong on the based on the landscape, but we've got two in and out. You can just take your supply carts right down the middle here, unload them whichever direction you want. All the rooms in here are completely empty. There's nothing in here whatsoever. No lighting or nothing like that. And it's all wood, all logs, planks, boards, wooden supports, all that stuff. And it was fairly easy to build. It just took a while, even in creative, to get every single part of this all put together. So we'll just walk up here. Some nice roof sections for like protection if you're doing this in a multiplayer from arrows and things like that. Kind of block off the vision of other people, of other players. Oh, come on. And yeah, and like I said, it's completely empty. So there's nothing in here that comes in as a startup. So it's basically, you could, like I did, I put this in the middle of a forest, and easily if I was doing the survival, I probably would wipe out maybe a third of this putting it in. That's how much wood it looks like it goes into it. Like if you look, it's all pallicides down here at the bottom, and some of them are even double stacked. What am I stuck on? Small tree. Okay. Like if we go over here, some of it is even stacked on the inside next to the actual support there. And then if we look at the inside here, again, it's right there on the inside. And then sometimes on the outer walls it's double stacked the same way, so it's got that extra bit of protection right there too. Just a good, kind of like a border fort type feel is what I'm getting here. Kind of simple to make, definitely easy to make with materials required and things like that. I like it. I might use it in a future survival. Or just like an adventure map type thing if I'm able to make one at some point. The idea of it actually works pretty good. And then, alright, well, let's move on to our next one. So we're going to go over here. This is I believe it's called Straznicza? I think I said that wrong. But it's a blueprint, basic blueprint, uploaded by Shilica. I'm butchering these names here. But if we go in, again, like the Watcher Outpost, it's completely empty. You basically get to make it how you want. And I don't know if it's just me and my camera point, but there's like a slight tilt to the whole fort. I don't know why. That's probably just something that's happening in my world. So we go up here, we got a clear view of the courtyard. Just a little simple design for you know, defending and survival. We've got a few little holes here. Get the torch up. Drop things on those trying to get into your gate. This part, I think you could do multiple things with. First thing come to my head is, well, dungeon. For multiplayer, just shove a person down there. No tools, anything like that. Just walking around. There's a bit of a tower up here for extra storage. We go up this way. Now the only problem I have with this build is you have to crouch to go up the stairs. I don't know if it's intentional to do that, but yeah, I'm walking straight up. I'm straight up and I can't get up that little bit for whatever reason. I know that's a thing with trapdoors as a usual thing. I don't know if, I believe there's a mod that can fix the headspace for these. If we're going like through little spaces like that, I haven't actually tried it out myself yet. But again, this is like a little storage, or at least I would be making this an extra little storage spot for your barrels and your big chests and things like that. And actually, if Medieval Engineers ever gets into like actual animals, horses and cows and things like that, this would be a good little stable area right there. Just put up some farm animals right there. That would be good. Alright, now we're going to go off to our final one, way over here. This is called Levos Fortress, also by Dan2D3D, and this is a bigger one. Just something to keep in mind with the Watcher's Outpost and the Levos Fortress. I don't know about the Straznicza. I think I got it right that time, I'm not sure. But at least with the Watcher's Outpost and Levos Fortress, you have to have the creator's tools enabled. So you go Alt F10, and it brings up this menu here, Enable Creative Mode Tools, because whenever you try to place it, let's see. Let me see if I can give you a quick demonstration here. Oh, some flags fell off. I wonder where those came from. Alright, so we're going to go Alt F10. We're going to disable Creative Mode Tools, Manage Blueprint. Blueprint you're trying to place is too big. Place a smaller blueprint. Enable admin mode or ask an admin to place this blueprint for you. So in just regular mode, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you just place the blueprint. So I don't know if that's an issue, if that would be an issue with the Watcher's Outpost in survival or not. But just to fix that up, Alt F10. Check Enable Creative Mode Tools. It allows you to go through and just activate like the sun, enable rotation, time of day, that kind of stuff. Players, teleport to, and I think I just stuck in here. Yeah. Oh crap. Hold on a second. Be right back. Alright, and we're back. I couldn't remember what the spectator mode was. F6 for those keeping track of the different controls. Alright, so, again, Levos Fortress. Now, a couple of the flags, as you saw over there, personal banners, came flying off, but the regular ones like those are still there. So if we come on in, we've got our portcullis. I said that wrong. Portcullis. Yep. Our main gate here. And flanked by our two statues. Now this one does come with fully equipped on all standard things a person would need to survive. So just like that. Just go around, light the torches as we go. Check out the places. If I can pick this up. There we go. Alright, so we go in here, got this set up as like a little blacksmith area. We've got our crates, we've got a couple of dressers, shelves, barrels, So this is actually set up to be the actual like little blacksmith area. Oh, and I've got a barbarian in here. This is what happens when I just leave the door open. But I am in creative, so he is going to ignore me, which I think is a good, pretty cool feature to have. Again, some more inventories, and then like we got stockpile for stones. And then here we've got our tanning, our tanned leather area to make the leather. Fine, I'll go open the door for you. But you ain't coming back in. Get out of here. Really? Like a freaking dog. I'm making a decision on whether you want to get out or not. Alright, we go in here. We've got a couple signs just on the floor. A few different extra inventory spaces. More stockpile for stones. And then go back out here again, just the little courtyard area here. We've got our little bakery, our oven, our mill, a few dressers, stockpile, chests, barrels, and another small stockpile for ores, I want to say. Yeah, I don't know why the ores would be here, but this is where it is. We've got a back door here, leading out into just open expense for this area. That's probably how the one guy got in. I'll close that. You left? Nope, you're still going around circles. You definitely don't like that door. Fun times. Good thing to know. Alright. Go up in here. The way that this Dan 2D 3D made this with like all the different arches actually looks really cool. It works really well. As you got your, it actually looks like the cellar of a castle, even though technically it isn't the cellar, but it looks like it. We've got our storage places. It looks like a cupboard here. To set this up, it kind of looks like a cupboard. But we've got our crafting table. We've got our sewing wheel. Yeah, cannot speak. 2 large chests. We've got our drafting. So we come in here and you can create the schematics for different things. And then a little bit more storage back here, and a pretty good view. Not a terrible view, but not a good one, a decent one either, of the courtyard there, but that's just because of the pillars he put there. Still going in a circle. Holy smokes. Guy does not want to leave. I may have to go move that. We've got a little bookshelf area here. Again, the archways. So far, this is the only one that I found where I've had to crouch when going through this place. But again, you got to crouch when going through this doorway. We got bookshelves for holding the schematics, and a little bit of, a little sword weapons, display rack, and a bunch of storage units. Yeah, there we go again. Little open ledge here. Probably I would end up putting some like railings here, so I wouldn't actually fall off when I woke up, because you got your bed right there. Wardrobe. Little walkway along the wall. Let's close this. So here we are. That was the initial like storage area that we were in. We'll go along the inside of the outer wall here. Again, we got little spots where we can take pot shots at your enemies, your opponents. Porculus is still under there. I still am saying that wrong. Lovely time. Come up here. We're actually up on the outer wall now. There wasn't anything here, so I think it's just, I don't know exactly what it is, but might just be a bug or something. I'm not exactly sure. Again, there's a wall, but I'm not sure if that was part of the design or if that's just something that me as the player I would have to fix. If we come back over here, go through this section here, come up to the top. Oh, trapdoor. That one is a crouch. We come up into one of the sort of main towers, which gives you a pretty nice view of the surrounding countryside. And that one over there actually comes with catapult. I don't know the specific name for this particular one, but it actually comes as part of the build. It would be really cool is if there was a way to put this on a turntable and have it so you can aim in a 360 all around. I'm not sure if that's an option in Medieval Engineers and just plain vanilla, but that definitely would be something that would be cool to have. This one has an open air design. If we drop through here, it's got another set of beds, the banner display, chest, and wardrobe, and a few more bookshelves over there. So if you're playing with a few different people, you have them start in different areas. All in all, this actually is pretty cool fort design. I think this one is specifically made with multiplayer in mind. You just got to keep in mind, if you do decide to put this on in your world or your server, activate the enable creative mode tools in order to be able to place the blueprint, because it will not let you do that regardless. And it looks like a couple of the personal flags came off. I do not know where those are placed, but there's those ones there. Looks like a couple had flown over to there, and I had seen another over here somewhere that I had to delete earlier. The other part with this one you got to keep in mind is there's a lot of stone columns. Let's see. I'm just going to place this down as a reference. So there's a lot of these around, and the way he put them in there, well, Dan 2D, 3D, the way they put them in there is actually quite cool, because it adds a little bit more characteristic to the fort, the castle. You can see here if you look along the corners, right down there, and going horizontal and vertical as well. I missed a bunch over here somewhere. It wouldn't let me get to them to actually get it fixed, to actually put them in there, place them for whatever reason. So I did skip that layer for whatever reason. Wouldn't let me get to them. I don't know why. But just to keep that in mind, to look for every single place that these stone pillars are. I think I'm going to end with getting rid of you. And yeah, this is the Levos Fortress. There's actually one more thing that I haven't checked out, and I want to check it out. If you press N, it gives you an idea of the integrity, like the weight capacity, the load of your fort, your castle. And it looks like there is a couple of orange spots, but I think that's only those two spots. Yeah. Out of curiosity. Alright, let's get out of that. Let's take a look. What is this under? Yeah, structural critical. Yeah, and then if we look over here, critical. Like this one here, it says light. And yeah, I probably should have put this a little bit lower. But I can fix that right now. I can fix that. I mean, creative. It's how I made the courtyard level voxel hands. All in all, this is a fairly decent fort. Again, it's probably made primarily for multiplayer servers, that sort of thing. with the idea of getting something fairly quickly placed in the idea of defense, so you can get something going to attack your opponent, your enemy. And out of curiosity, if we fly back over to the Watcher's Outpost and we look at structural integrity, actually, let's go a little bit closer. Yeah. Yeah, Watcher's Outpost actually is fairly decently constructed. I don't see any sort of critical orange areas. There's a couple getting into the orange areas. Let's take a look. Yeah, structural load heavy, but it's not critical and it's not going to like fall apart massively. But what's interesting is that this one's light, but this one's heavy, and this one's the one on top. So I'm not exactly sure how the physics are incorporated into the game in this sort of scenario, but that is definitely something to keep in mind when making your fort. Let's see. We come over here. Yeah, this one's going to be all green with maybe a touch of yellow, just because of how small it is. And if you look here, closer to the ground it's going to be gray, so that's like a base support type thing. Alright. Well, that'll do it for today. I'll try to get in 1 or 2 more videos in. Probably just another video this week. My schedule is going to be really confusing here. I got a new schedule coming up at work, so I gotta get that all taken care of. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Get out of here. Actually, where is he? Oh, he stopped going in circles. Perfect. Alright. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Oh, nope. You are lucky. Actually, can I hit him from here? I cannot hit him because I don't have a bolt. Cannot shoot while running or sprinting. Oh, it's probably because it thinks I'm... Alright, here we go. Now that's an interesting mechanic. I like that. That's good. Ooh, at his feet. Oh, come on. Oh, right. Why is it... What kind am I using? Steel crossbow. Yeah, why is it such a wide spread? See, and that hit the wall. That is weird. What? That was to the neck. That ragdoll effect. Alright, what do you got? Skull, berries, torch, and a wooden club. Alright. Well, that should do it. At some point, I'm going to try out a mod that I found that replaces the loot bag of that with like an actual skeleton. So it kind of disappears that way. Alright. So, thank you for watching. And, whoop, there we go. Thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe. See you guys all in the next video. Bye.